Hi guys, welcome back to our webcast. Thank you for tuning in. If you've been here since day one, asante sana, gang. Yeah, and then if you're new here, this is okay webcast. Today we're just the four of us because adulting.
No, that shit is not for me.
Thank you for coming for brunch.
Yeah.
We recently hosted brunch at Brew Bistro. Thank you for everybody who came. We forgot to vlog.
It was just too late.
It was just too late.
Honestly.
Yeah, we got
and
carried
we were
away.
everywhere.
Yeah, we were just talking to everybody.
We're in the moment.
This gentleman who was spotted staggering around the same coordinates for hours, his head hanging from behind, call it an actual hangover, but he was not falling.
However, for the next things that we'll host,
Yeah.
just make sure to come for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
Kosa ulicheko.
Yeah. So today, basically, speaking of adulting, today we are going to just talk about a bunch of stuff to do with careers. We are career women, aspiring career women.
That way makes it look so
Yeah,
serious.
but
It's true.
yeah, we're career women. You know, we are. Some of us are students. Some of us are working. Some of us are students and working. So yeah.
When you've talked about career women, it's made me think about how our moms were probably the first generation of career women, right?
Yeah.
And we stand on their shoulders, and we're very thankful for the path they charted for us. Because sometimes I'm always telling myself I'm my grandmother's or my great grandmother's wildest dream. Like wildest. You're getting your own money, you're doing your own thing. You don't have to be married at 15, to get kids, depend on anyone. And we're so thankful for the sacrifice that our grandmothers made to raise our mothers who were the first career women.
Hey, tell my speech.
Yeah. To now ourselves.
Makofi.
Talk about Women's Day.
Wait. I'm passionate about this thing.
Anyway, so today we'll be talking about career. Let me just read for you the definition of career. So career, an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. I think where we started choosing our career path was primarily after high school.
Yeah.
After high school, that's when you are faced with a challenge where you have to make a decision, like where do you want to head, like what do you want to do in life career wise.
Not in high school.
No.
That last last term when
that
people
last
are filling
term,
in those job
you used
things.
to feel like
Okay. Yeah.
now there's pressure for choosing a career.
Yeah, but then like all through you still had that I want to do this, I want to do that.
What
But then
did you
now
want
it
to do?
changed.
Baby.
Let me tell you.
Ulianza
I was
sijui
wanted to be a
surgeon.
gynecologist at some point.
Wow.
I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a pilot.
And you?
I wanted to be a pediatrician. Then I realized enyewe biology haiwezi. I was just like I can't do this.
This is not what a man do. It can't be possible. How?
After Basito.
Yeah. I was just like I can't.
I wanted to be a doctor first. Then I also wanted to be a gynecologist. At
Yeah.
some time. A gynecologist or a plastic surgeon. And
Oh yeah, I
then-
wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
After watching 90210.
Yeah.
I watched too much Dr. 90210.
Yeah.
I thought I could probably do
What was
a
I
breast
doing?
augmentation so fast. Anyway,
Yeah,
then
me-
I
me, I
wanted to
thought
be a
I-
lawyer. Yeah.
Even
Then
me, I
changed.
thought I wanted to be a lawyer.
But this stuff how come you didn't choose
Lawyer.
Everyone
I was
thought
so
I'd
sure
be
you
such
do
a
law.
Yeah.
Imagine when me I really thought I'd do law. Then I
Stole
don't know.
kola tuchapapa na mafak.
Wow,
Wait.
stuff can
Stop.
talk. Even when you used
Yeah,
to be
even
very
me, man.
Yeah.
I was just very good
Me, I
at
used to
debating.
just Peter history, and then I thought I'm
A lawyer.
to be a lawyer.
I didn't do law because I failed history. History was
Hey,
my worst.
you
Like in
failed?
KCSE, my worst result was from the worst was biology
Me, my
and
worst
then
was also
history.
biology.
So I was like, I naendaje kufanya something a course for which like the main subject was the worst.
It was just the main subject to allow you to do it, but not necessarily at
I could have done it if I wanted to,
you
but just
could
the
have
fact
done it
that I
still.
failed history and I did much better in my
yeah,
sciences.
but like I still feel like we had a lot of like we were misinformed about
Yeah.
what
There's so much
subjects
misinformation.
meant. They didn't mean that.
Yeah.
Sasa hiyo ndio
that's the final
Eh,
thing.
yeah.
Like if you don't
Me,
pass
now for
math,
me-
always fanya finance.
Yeah.
Ni gapi tutoe 2019 hakuna mtu wa mathematics.
I've always been told if you don't pass math, there's nothing you
can
can
do.
do.
I feel like
Nothing you
it's,
can
I know.
because I mean there's math in everything, but then it's not that math
It's
for
not
high
that,
school.
yeah.
It's different now, so it's just like a small part of math that if you understand for that particular course uko sawa.
Yeah, it's true.
So what do you do now?
I am a civil engineering student.
And you?
I'm a geospatial engineer student.
So you guys are still in school,
Yeah.
and then us guys, we
I
have finished.
school.
It's not fun. Stay in
It's not-
school, kids.
Stay school, kids.
Stay in school.
I school nabo exams.
Let me tell you,
It's
when
not
you're in
what I
school,
read.
let me tell you, being in school is so easy. You just have to read.
Yeah.
Like now looking back, it looks easy. At that point, it
It looks
wasn't
easy,
easy.
imagine.
At that point, it's never easy. But imagine you just have to read. Right now, you have to do so much. But anyway, I studied Bachelor of Business Science in finance. Not the wisest decision, to be honest, because
Why did you do it? Because you were good at math. Kusema ukweli.
no.
Tulichochwa by the high
Okay,
school
listen.
cafeteria.
I did it because my dad's influence. I'm grateful for him, but he wanted to mold a mini him. So yeah, that's the main reason I did finance. Like
What?
my dad's influence, and then he was like, you're so good with math, finance, bruh. Math ya high school na math ya uni is the same.
different things.
Math in
So
high school,
different.
math in high school ni numbers ni. Math in uni is alphabets
just-
and underscores and exclamation marks.
And negatives
Wow.
and,
Yeah.
and real numbers.
Let me
It's
tell
like,
you,
what?
And statements.
if you do math, you don't even need a calculator, but it's math.
Yeah, you do a
Hey.
whole paper, you're not
And
even using a
calculus.
calculator.
Anyway, yeah, so that's why I chose. At first, like when I joined uni to pursue that career, I thought, maybe I can hack. However, in first year, second semester, that's when I started understanding myself. That's when I started discovering myself. Like, this is not for me. That's when I started being expressive. Because I feel like throughout uni, I was in like a cocoon. Yeah. So yeah, after that, now that's when I was like, this
When
thing
is
is
this?
not for me. First
year?
year,
Oh,
second sem. First year, second sem, or second year, first sem. Yeah, around that. So I was like, this thing is not for me. However, ka unajua penye umetoka. I mean, families are different, parents are different. Me hakukuwa na ku turn back, hakuna ati ku drop out. That was a no. You struggle to the end. You'd rather finish. Yeah, so I was
Then
like,
do what you
hakuna hapa venye ati I'll start telling my dad, yo, stuff me siwezi, because he'd be like, oh, you haven't tried it, maybe you're just lazy, you know, such things. But I tried, guys. At least nilimaliza. However, even after finishing, however, even after finishing, you know that fulfillment you get, I did not feel that at all. Yeah, I did not. I still feel so empty. I still feel like I haven't done a course.
Hey.
I still feel like there's nothing I've accomplished because I chose the wrong career path at that point.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad.
Why
That's
is your path anyway?
Yeah, as in, it's sad the fact that I had to waste 4 years. I had to do something that I do not like.
Not waste per se.
Okay, not
but
waste.
like,
Still
yeah.
have all that
Yeah.
knowledge inside.
4 years, yeah. It's just so sad. Like, I mean, if I did something I enjoyed and truly loved, imagine 4 years. Those 4 years would have been so memorable, you know.
Yeah.
You'd have enjoyed it visually. But then just because I decided to continue on a path that I did not like at all, I don't say I regret it, but I
You
could
still
have done
feel like
better.
there's-
done better.
Yeah, I should have stood up to my parents and be like, yo, this is not what I want to do, honestly. And if I continue doing it, you're the ones who will suffer because you'll just waste money. Because right now I'm thinking I have to go back and now do what I want to do.
Oh, for
You see,
real?
I'm considering. But yeah, so that's my career path and switching careers story. Because I've never used my degree at all.
You're in a different field. Right?
Yeah.
I'm in such a different field.
You're in what?
Right now I'm in marketing.
Yeah, the whole marketing, public
relation, marketing, and that's where I want to go. That's what I want to do.
I feel like
I'm
that's.
passionate
I feel
about.
like that's your personality. Also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where my personality shines the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sad, but oh well.
Itabidi uzoee.
Damn.
Myself, I did culinary arts, but before that, after high school, I went to uni, and I mean, after high school it was crazy because my folks wanted me to do one thing, I wanted to do another thing. Then we had to come to a compromise, which was a thing that I didn't want really, but I felt maybe I would have been able to do it, then I'll do what I wanted to do later. So I went to uni and then I did HR. I did human resource for a year. It was hard because I never used to like it, so I never used to go to class. But after my first year, I went back home and I told my parents that I needed to do what I wanted to do and what I was passionate about. So yeah, that's how I ended up doing culinary arts, and then I graduated just the other day.
Yay!
So yeah, I've not switched my career. I'm still doing it, although I'm diversifying in what. So I'm not going through the main stream, how people just finish school and then they get a formal job. I'm still diversifying, doing my own thing, but related to culinary. Yeah.
Like you're developing your career.
Yes, I'm developing my career for my, as in my own terms and in what I feel like is going to. Because now, like, I developed through school. I realized I liked doing I liked photography and videography and blogging and like just basically talking about food. So I said I'm going to incorporate all those things together with the skills that I have to just make sure that I have a career that's solid but with branches that are just from the same thing. Yeah.
It's just a tree with many branches.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's still food.
Bottom line, it's food.
It's
because
the love
that's
of
the
food
the love
sharing
of food and sharing it. That's my biggest passion.
After high school, for me, like even the course I'm doing right now is not what I intended to do in the beginning. Like it's not what I wanted to do. So I wanted to do civil. What Steph is doing, I wanted to do civil engineering. Then something came up. I was called for civil engineering in a school I didn't want to go to. And the school I wanted to go to, the uni I wanted to go to, they hadn't called me for civil. So I had to choose an alternative because also the school really mattered to me. So now
then, do you think you'd make the same decision now?
Yeah, still. I would still, yeah. I just didn't want to go to that school. Yeah. So now
Then got to a point.
so now after I realized there was even a point I was about to do BCom. Wow, I would remember. Like at some point, like I was like, fuck it. Let me just go anywhere and do what I can. As long as I'm doing math or physics, it's fine. But like I realized, like I really wanted, like it's been in me, like I've always wanted to be an engineer for a long time. So I was just like,
because I think it's a
normal. It's not really. It's
Engineer
a struggle.
Valentine.
Yeah,
Imagine you have two long names.
struggle.
Engineer Valentine.
it's a struggle. Okay, it's a big name, yes, but it's not really.
Shakers
I don't feel
of
like
the
it's
nation.
not
From the
much.
outside it looks like so much,
Yeah.
but on the inside, like if people think that even engineers are paid so much
So
money.
much money.
Oh,
Where?
like when
It's
you're
not a
starting
lot.
out.
I looked into it and then I realized like, this one looks kind of like civil and it has some parts of civil that I really want. So I ended up choosing just fashion engineering, and yeah, it's worked out for me so far. I really like it. I don't mind it. I just feel like it's a lot, but like I don't really mind it. And now at this, I'm going to 5th year now next year. Right now I feel like also I want to do something else, because even as you go through the years you realize there's something else I'm
That
really
you like.
interested in.
Yeah.
So you like want to do something else. Yeah.
So I think the most beautiful thing is like when you discover there's something else that you'd like to do, then you find a way to tie it down with what you're interested in. It's still in, like what you've done, like with culinary arts, and then there's still your creative side, and you can tie it down with
Together.
It's still in nice.
Me, I feel like a lot of older people who talk to me or who I get to interact with, who have kids who are younger than me, I tend to tell them, and maybe this is advice that you could take if you're able to, take time before you start uni. Like take time, a year, maybe 2, but okay, don't exceed 2 years. Because you see now you're going to be older than a lot of people who you're going to be in class
Which is
with.
not a problem.
Which is not a
but
problem, but sometimes it can
Time.
make you feel
Like you're not progressing.
Yeah, like you're
as
not
in
progressing.
especially if your friends are ahead of you, you know.
Yeah. So, but if you can take a year before you go to uni or college,
Exactly.
or a year and a half, or a year or maybe 2 years,
Or even
but
that 6 months that you usually have.
Imagine that
sometimes
6
you don't
months
even
was
have to
not
take.
even
I don't think 6 months is enough.
Even me, I don't
Because
feel like it's
I
enough.
feel like someone starts to know themselves a bit like at
Later.
19, around there, because you see there's a lot that is happening when you just turn 18. There's a lot that's happening. There's that you think that now you're old enough. So I feel like, okay, my point was, I'm not saying stay at home and relax. I'm saying take time, either look for a job to do. There are jobs that don't need degrees, they don't need any qualifications. They just need, maybe they need a salesperson to sell something in an estate shop or something, you know, like do something. Maybe learn an instrument if you can. Obviously, if you can't,
take time to find what you
take time to find what you like. Take time to know who you are, because when you know who you are, then that's when you realize I can be able to do this. If you realize you're not a person who likes to maybe work with your hands, then there's no point of you going to to do courses that are hands-on. That are hands-on. If you realize you're someone who likes to talk, don't do a course that requires
you to be in an
people
office.
to be in an office, or the type of people who, because you need to do like a personality test. You need to even understand what personality tests, or rather what careers fit certain personality. It doesn't have to mean that if you're an introvert you only do introvert related courses, or like people basically you get what I mean. But it means that you now will understand, if you're extroverted and you go to a place where let's say like nerds, like, you know, them, they just like to keep to themselves, like they're on the computer. If you're outgoing but you realize you really like to do that, it's okay, you can do it, but just go with that understanding that I'll meet people who are different.
And sometimes, okay, for me, why I ended up choosing civil engineering was, okay, at first I thought that, okay, I'm such an outgoing person, and I like airing out my opinions, what I think, and I thought this is not going to be the field for me. But then, and what you said, your parents kind of have an influence in what you end up doing. For me, my parents told me, you're really good at talking, you're really good at expressing yourself, airing out your opinion, but that doesn't mean that civil engineers also don't need to be like that. You can do civil engineering, then you'll use that knowledge to air out your opinions and make things get done, you know. So at the end of the day, you can always use your personality to make yourself the best in something.
And also on that point, like, don't let your, what's it called, there's a misleading thing about your KCSE marks.
Yeah,
and all
whether it
that.
doesn't
Your
matter.
marks.
Okay, it
don't
matters
matter.
a bit, but
Just it
not
matters
a lot.
only maybe when you're being placed.
Yeah,
After that,
that's
I
what
don't think
makes
so.
You just need to be the
Place.
best in what you do.
You need to understand what you can't just, okay, there's some people who will get an A. You get an A in math, you get an A in physics, then you'll be like, Mimi engineer. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
It's the everything you do in high school, it's not the same as in uni.
Yeah, you can't.
It's so different, and I feel like you shouldn't lie to yourself that just because you know this and this is what I want. Take time. Take a lot of time.
A lot of time. I think I
figure
don't
out
know
what
if I
you
can
like.
emphasize that
Yeah.
enough, because when you take that time and maybe let's say you get a job, you start learning ethics. You start learning how to wake up early. You start learning
There are so
how
many
to
soft
handle.
skills and
There are so many
attached
exactly.
to being to a
That-
career and to adulting, and that's what I
And
think.
I feel it's
talk
very
about.
paramount to even when you're in uni,
Yeah.
because we jump from one extreme to another without now finding out how we've changed from, because you changed from primary school, you changed in high school, throughout you changed a couple, like you notice your changes by your friend in form 1, in form 3 is no longer your friend.
Exactly.
Like you constantly grow and outgrow and grow into other things. So if you don't monitor those changes, you just go blindly into something, into a place where like uni is full of different people.
Yeah.
Uni is full of like a lot of things that in high school you're shielded from. You're sheltered from. So when you face these things without prior understanding of even how you are or like the world operates to a particular like extent, that's why you find a lot of people doing the most, as in you're doing the most for no reason.
I'd say engage a lot, put yourself out there a lot. Personally, I regret not taking a break, because I feel like if I took a break, I would have understood a few things.
You went in June.
Yeah. You see, I finished ICDL upper March.
Yeah.
I finished.
No, you
I-
finished
I
Form 4 in
Form 4 in
November.
November. December I stayed at home. January after New Year's or whatever, when people are back to work, maybe niko hapo IAT, ICDL. I did ICDL. Then immediately after ICDL, now I started applying. Of course, I knew the school I'd go. Like my dad was like, yeah, you know, so you go there, get brochures, come, let's decide. Which meant he decides. But anyway, yeah, so that happened. But I wish I took that 1 year break to just put myself out there, try out new things, see what works for me, what doesn't work for me, engage with people, listen to people, go for this career. People usually joke when they tell, I used to find it so damn like, why are we going for career talks?
Mulipeleka wapi? Siedi.
Like, why is this engineer coming to talk to us? Get these people who are in different fields to talk to you. Listen to them. Do you think you can handle such a career? But then at the same time, don't be scared to do something. Don't be scared to do something. Like, as much as I didn't do what I wanted to do, I am glad I did it, because right now I still have financial knowledge. You see, like I can still incorporate it's still a fallback plan, and I can still incorporate the financial skills I have into other careers and be able to kill two birds with one stone.
What I've learned is the most in following your career is there's nothing like bad knowledge,
there's
knowledge
nothing
that you
like
don't need. Everything that you listen, the only way to make money is to not to make money but to build a career is to use your knowledge and use your skill. So how much knowledge do you have? How much skill do you have? Whatever knowledge you have will always help you somehow. In all spheres of life, you will always see something, and that knowledge will help you. All your knowledge since you are a kid up to now, you can find a way to use it. And the second thing is skill. Whatever skill you have, if it's photography, if it's modeling, if it's being good at computers, whatever skill you have, you can always use it to your advantage. If there's any advice I'd give someone right now, it's really develop your skill. And especially if, let's say, you've already decided that this is the career that I want to take, develop your skill in that career, because that's the only way that you will grow. Always be eager to learn more about that skill, and accumulate your skills. Like, let's say if you're an engineer, how many how many softwares can you use. Try and diversify, and that's the only way you'll build to your CV.
Yeah. And also, there's I feel like there's so many things we did, like not really career-wise, but like in uni, or like these courses we did after high school that we really didn't pay attention to, and right now we're seeing the importance.
Yeah.
Like ICDL. Do you know how much ICDL is important? Like using Excel really well.
Yeah.
You really need it.
Yeah.
So please,
if you never paid attention.
we
Because
never
I know,
paid attention.
I was just like,
all those
Excel.
Lakini kusema ukweli, naenda wapi? Naanza wapi?
And now I have to like Google to now.
Yeah. And you really need like Excel, Access, these things. Like right now is when
Access ni nini?
right now is Access is
That's what I
the worst.
didn't understand.
Access, I think I even failed that one.
Remember, this has been a very informative episode. Let us know what you think. Are you in the career that you intended to be in?
And also share your career tips.
And share your career tips. And the final thing I wanted to say before I wrap up this video is career paths can constantly change.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
don't
not a bad
constrict
thing.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
You have
thing.
your whole life.
Yeah. So don't say that uko hapa na uko hapa. Unaweza kuwa hapa and you need to get there, but you can use another route.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
One
they
last
constantly
thing, please.
change.
Network.
Oh yeah, network with the right people. Yeah. Comment down below what you think about this video. Let us know, would you like to see more videos like this? Do you think we should talk more about careers? What do you think? And yeah, would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you for being here, and until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.